I am Cam Rogers. Hit me up on Twitter at Mr. Rogers99. I've got my 5 breakout candidates for the 49ers. I will tell you all of them in a matter of seconds, but first, a word from our friends at Game Time.
Did you know that ticket prices can actually go down right before the game? That's where Game Time comes in. Game Time tracks ticket prices in real time from thousands of trusted sellers, then shows you all the best deals. So we can get tickets at the last minute for up to 60% off. Download Game Time now.
All right, top 5 breakout candidates. Let's do it. We've got Jerick McKinnon, running back, newly signed, of course, and they signed this guy to a 4-year contract worth up to $36.9 million. He better be a breakout candidate in my eyes. McKinnon really didn't get a fair shot, in my opinion, with the Vikings, and I think there's an opportunity here for him to really emerge with San Francisco. You look at the uncertainty with Joe Williams and his injury. Matt Breida is still a little unproven. There's reason to believe Kyle Shanahan is all in on Jerick McKinnon. You probably recall I said on this very show that Shanahan and the Jets got into a big-time bidding war to sign Jerick McKinnon. So at the end of the day, Shanahan was relentless, and he eventually won McKinnon at the running back position. So that tells me he really wants to utilize him. Plus, you see on your screen, Weston Richburg now in town at center. Obviously a big-time addition at that. All right, we got Trent Taylor as another breakout candidate to watch out for. Showed some flashes last year, especially in that Bears game where he had 6 receptions for 92 yards. He certainly has an opportunity to cement himself as the premier slot receiver for the 49ers for the years to come. You got Pierre Garçon and Marquise Goodwin attracting attention on the outside. Taylor will see a ton of nickel corners and even some linebackers in pass coverage. That tells me Taylor has the chance to really impress the 49ers and impress Jimmy Garoppolo more specifically. So Trent Taylor there as a potential breakout candidate. How about this guy, Adrien Kolbert, safety here for San Francisco. There's a big-time opportunity for Kolbert to capture the free safety position. I love Jaquiski Tart at strong safety, and you've got some uncertainty around how the 49ers will use Jimmy Ward. Word is they're going to experiment with Ward a little bit at slot corner, and maybe try him on outside corner as well. I think Kolbert is in line with a starting opportunity at safety. He was playing cornerback, actually, in training camp before the 49ers moved him to safety out of necessity. He wasn't even supposed to play all of last year, and he did play a hefty amount. Now it could be time for a couple of young safeties in the back end there for the 49ers in Colbert and Tart. All right, let's go to the cornerback position here. Ahkello Witherspoon, a potential breakout candidate in my opinion. Had an 81.1 grade according to Pro Football Focus a year ago, which is pretty darn good for a rookie. Developed quickly in training camp last year, especially with his tackling. Now he gets to learn from Richard Sherman, and I think that'll help him immensely. Now, with Witherspoon, you probably could assume he's going to get picked on a lot, especially with Sherman on the other side at outside corner. But I suspect Ahkello takes that in stride and utilizes that opportunity to excel. I see a really high ceiling for him, so keep an eye out on Witherspoon. And then finally, Solomon Thomas. We know the 49ers need help with their pass rush, and Thomas has been vocal in the weeks past that he'll be focusing on his edge rushing ability, his pass rushing ability this offseason. Thomas will also get a full offseason schedule, unlike last year, because Stanford works on a quarter system. Thomas missed minicamp and some of OTAs last year, so that kind of put him behind the 8 ball a little bit. So Thomas suffered an MCL sprain that cost him 2 games last year, but otherwise stayed pretty darn healthy. He had more tackles and tackles for loss than any other rookie defensive lineman in 2017, despite missing those 2 games. Plus, if the 49ers draft a high-profile edge guy like a Harold Landry or a Marcus Davenport, heck, even a Bradley Chubb if that happens, then there's more fuel to the fire there for Solomon, more motivation to perform well in OTAs and mandatory minicamp and training camp, etc., to really bolster his stock going into the 2018 regular season. So, to summarize my top 5 breakout candidates, Solomon Thomas, Ahkello Witherspoon, Adrien Colbert, Trent Taylor, and Jerick McKinnon there at running back. Who's your 49ers breakout candidate? Let me know in the comments section here on Facebook Live as well as YouTube, because here on the 49ers Report, we don't just suggest your social media participation. We demand it, so hit me up. I'm Cam Rogers here for the 49ers Report. Check me out on Twitter at Mr. Rogers99. I'll see you next time.